Welcome back to NT Coins World, where history meets treasure and collectors come alive. Today, we're diving into two classic Lincoln wheat pennies that have become pillars in numismatic collections across the globe. Whether you're searching through old jars, working on a complete wheat cent album, or just curious about how a simple 1-cent coin could be worth much more, this episode is packed with insights you can't afford to miss. We're talking about the 1952 S wheat penny and the popular 1957 D wheat penny, two post-war coins minted at the tail end of the wheat series, each with its own story, value, and collector appeal. Grab your magnifying glasses and coin albums. These two pennies might already be sitting in your collection just waiting to be recognized for their true worth. 1952 S wheat penny coin find condition. The 1952 S wheat penny stands out as a key issue from the early 1950s, struck during a period of relative stability and economic growth in the United States. Produced at the San Francisco Mint, it is the final S mint penny of significant interest before the San Francisco facility ceased cent production for over a decade. The S mint mark located beneath the date serves as a subtle yet powerful indicator of this penny's importance in the Lincoln wheat series. The obverse of the coin showcases Victor David Brenner's classic 1909 portrait of President Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above Lincoln's head sits the enduring national motto, "In God We Trust," while the left field displays the word "Liberty." To the right is the date 1952, and just below it, the small but crucial S mint mark, denoting the San Francisco Mint as the point of origin. On the reverse, collectors find the signature, wheat ears curving around the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above these is the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. The reverse design, used from 1909 to 1958, emphasizes America's agrarian strength and national unity, ideals that were still front and center in the 1950s post-World War II climate of 1952. The 1952 S wheat penny had a modest mintage of 137,800,004 coins, which places it in the middle tier of 1950s Lincoln cent production. While not rare by traditional numismatic standards, its relatively lower mintage compared to Philadelphia and Denver cents of the same period gives it more collector appeal, especially in well-preserved condition. In fine condition, the 1952 S typically holds a market value of about 15 cents to 30 cents. However, values increase noticeably as you move up the grading scale. Extra fine, XF. Examples can reach 75 cents, while fully uncirculated red specimens can easily command $3 to $10. The most desirable 1952 S wheat pennies are those certified as MS 65RD or higher. In these upper mint state grades, the coin can fetch $25 to $75, and some premium specimens with flawless surfaces and eye-catching color have been known to reach over $100 at auction. Collectors also hunt for a number of minting errors and die varieties associated with the 1952 S penny. One of the most commonly sought after is the repunched mint mark, or RPM. This occurs when the S mint mark was manually punched into the die more than once, resulting in a visibly doubled or overlapping impression. RPM varieties add significant interest to this already appealing coin and can raise the value by 2x or 3x, depending on clarity and condition. For example, a strong RPM in fine condition can be worth $5 to $15, while the same variety in uncirculated red may command $50 or more. Another variety to watch for includes minor doubled dies on the obverse and reverse, though these are generally less dramatic than the famous 1955 doubled die. Nonetheless, doubled letters in Liberty or In God We Trust can attract value from eagle-eyed collectors. Die cracks, die chips, and BE errors, where a die break appears between the B and E in Liberty, are also relatively common for this date and are popular among collectors specializing in minor anomalies. These errors can increase value by a few dollars or more, depending on the size and visibility of the flaw. The 1952 S penny appeals not only for its scarcity and error potential, but also for its transitional role in the series. It's one of the final San Francisco Mint wheat cents, which gives it sentimental and historical weight for collectors trying to complete a mint-marked series. Because the San Francisco Mint would not strike another Lincoln cent for circulation until 1968, this coin marks the end of an era. That alone makes it highly desirable for set builders. Despite being relatively affordable, the 1952 S is far from boring. It offers a compact lesson in US mint history, design continuity, and the nuances of mint-mark placement and repunching errors. For budget-conscious collectors, it's a satisfying addition that holds its own in any wheat cent collection. And for error hunters and mint state specialists, it offers a rich field of opportunity to discover value beyond the surface. Now we turn our attention to the 1957 D wheat penny, a coin that occupies a significant place in American numismatic history. Not because it is rare in number, but because it represents the last full production wave before the transition to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. Minted at the Denver Mint in colossal numbers, the 1957 D is often the very first wheat penny that beginner collectors come across, and for good reason. It was minted in the billions, circulated widely, and still shows up today in penny jars, estate sales, and inherited collections. But make no mistake, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. The obverse features the trusted portrait of Abraham Lincoln with the same arrangement of inscriptions, "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" on the left, and the date 1957 on the right. Just beneath the date is the prominent D mint mark, signifying the Denver Mint. This mint mark placement is critical for identification, especially since Denver struck the overwhelming majority of cents for this date. The reverse sticks to the traditional wheat ears design that had graced Lincoln cents since 1909. Framing the central inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America are the stylized wheat stalks, topped by the national motto, A Pluribus Unum. The reverse may be simple, but it carries deep meaning, symbolizing both agricultural heritage and national unity. The mintage figure for the 1957 D penny is among the highest in the entire wheat series. Over 1,051,342,000 coins were struck at the Denver Mint. That's right, more than 1 billion coins were produced in a single year, making this penny extremely common in circulated grades. Because of this massive mintage, the 1957 D is readily available, especially in fine to extra fine condition. In fine condition, the market value of a 1957 D penny is modest, typically around $0.05 to $0.15. However, as with most coins, the real value emerges in higher grades. Uncirculated red specimens in MS63 to MS65 condition can range from $3 to $20, while gem-quality MS66 RD examples regularly command $50 or more. At the top end, premium examples certified at MS67 RD have sold for over $200, particularly if they are well struck and visually stunning. What truly makes the 1957 D interesting, despite its large mintage, is the incredible number of error coins and varieties that exist. This date is especially rich in repunched mint marks. Several distinct RPMS have been catalogued, each with its own level of visibility and desirability. Strong RPM varieties are worth $10 to $30 even in fine condition and can exceed $100 in uncirculated grades. These repunched D mint marks are a dream for error collectors and make the 1957 D one of the most active years for RPM variety identification. Other popular errors include off-center strikes, die cracks, die breaks, and lamination flaws. One particularly well-known category of errors for the 1957 D penny is the BIE die break, which causes a raised line to appear between the B and E in Liberty. These are extremely collectible and can sell for $5 to $15 depending on how dramatic the break is. Off-center, strikes with a fully visible date and mint mark can be worth $50 to $150 or more depending on how much of the coin is missing. Clipped planchet errors, where part of the coin's edge is missing due to a miscut blank, also appear occasionally in 1957 D examples. These errors are popular among collectors and can fetch $25 to $75 or more. Their visibility and irregular shape make them easy to spot and desirable for collectors who enjoy visibly dramatic minting mistakes. The 1957 D wheat penny is also an educational piece. Because it is inexpensive and easy to find, it serves as the perfect learning tool for new collectors. Many numismatists cut their teeth studying 1957 D cents to learn how to identify mint marks, evaluate coin grading, and spot errors. But this accessibility doesn't make it boring. On the contrary, advanced collectors continue to hunt for top-grade examples and rare RPM varieties. There's always more to discover in the world of 1957-D cents. Beyond errors and varieties, the 1957-D holds sentimental value. As one of the last wheat cents ever made before the switch to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959, it symbolizes the end of a beloved design era. Collectors who build full wheat cent albums see the 1957-D as one of the final chapters of a nearly 50-year series. Its commonality makes it affordable, but its placement in history gives it significance. In the world of Lincoln, wheat cents, few coins are more accessible or more widely collected than the 1957-D. It may not have the scarcity of earlier key dates, but it offers unparalleled learning value, rich error variety, and the nostalgic appeal of being one of the last true wheat pennies struck for mass circulation.